Leventis and Yamako and Bulos when I started. And I know today, some people who started now normally come to my own to buy as I go buy from Leventis and others. So that when I started, I've been doing it, put all my attention, being transparent with people, and when I deal with anybody, tomorrow the person would like to deal with me again, and it makes me to grow very fast. Because many people begs me to carry even credit on their own establishment. Because when they give me, I'll go and say I'm doing part for them. But when I grow the money, I feel it's better to start manufacturing. I started manufacturing. My first thing I did is that I started, I look at motorcycle. Why motorcycle is expensive in Nigeria? At that time, motorcycle is about 150,000 per unit. But when I look at it, because of my experience on spare parts, I find out why it is expensive. I discovered that when there is only 4 companies then that deal on motorcycle: Leventis, Bulos, and Yamako. Leventis for Honda, Bulos for Suzuki, Yamako for Yamaha, CFO for Kawasaki and Moped. Finally, I checked their own. I discovered why their own is very expensive is that they pack it in a crate, which they pack about 36 units to 40 units in 140 feet. When I studied with my experience on spare parts, I pieces it, I bring them in pieces, use the local people to couple it back. I pack 240 units in one container. And when I bring it in such way, my price will be cheaper than all of them. They cannot match my price. And the way they are doing their own, is very expensive. People go back to second hand. But when I started this, I bring the price of motorcycle from 150,000 they are selling to 80,000 to 60,000. And when I look at motorcycle, I see that most of motorcycle components are plastic. That's why I established the largest plastic factory in West Africa. I produce all my plastic components of my factory and supply to others and sell in the market. And also, when I established the plastic factory, I discovered that it's not enough to sustain the factory. I put plastic opposing, anything that can move in the market, I add it in the factory. Then the factory becomes #1 in West Africa. Now, people are going for Belgian cars. If you go to the Nigerian wharf everywhere, you see that Belgian car, anywhere they drive old car, they bring it into Nigeria. Why is the new one is very expensive? When I check it, I find out that why it is very expensive is because of we are not making car in Nigeria. Most of the companies that in Nigeria are assemblers. They are doing manufactured car. But I set our own factory to manufacture. We are manufacturing, we are not assembling. And almost the whole carcass of my vehicle are manufactured in my factory. And that is why nobody that is doing assembling can even challenge. We can supply them we can supply assemblers. We are manufacturing with the support of Nigerians. After some time, Nigeria will be home to manufacture car for Africa. Yes, the young ones that the young one that enter into manufacturing. I have helped so many people to set up manufacturing. But most time, I discovered where they are having problem is about electricity. It's like, but I always tell them that when I started my own, the electricity in Nigeria is very poor. But today it has improved, so it's an advantage for me. Because I started when there is no law. It is not every time all environment will be good to start such thing. So I'm advising anybody who can be able to bring more ideas in anything existing, to improve it more, to make it better for everybody. Thank you very much.